Hi, I'm firefighter David Jans from the Yuba City Fire Department. We're here at Station 4 and we're going to prepare you a grilled chicken sandwich with a garlic basil aioli. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to blanch this basil leaves a little bit just to take the rough texture off. Just about 10 or 15 seconds in a warm to boiling pot of water, and then I'm going to quickly move them over into an ice bath to stop the cooking of the leaf. We're going to do a real basic garlic and basil aioli. Aioli is traditionally made with egg yolks and olive oil slowly added as you're stirring up the egg yolks, but we don't have time for that here, so we're just going to use a mayonnaise base. It's real simple, real easy. So I'll go ahead and prepare this. So 4 to 5 cloves of garlic. We're going to chop these up. Give them a little bit of a chop here. Okay, now what we need to do is drain off our basil. That's really easy here. So you can just take out the leaf, let it drip a little bit, and then you can just squeeze it off here like this. Pull your fingers down. Just takes a second, get the water off there. But you can see how much softer it is here. A little bit softer, it doesn't have that rough texture anymore. Alright, so from here, we're just going to take and remove the larger stem pieces. So we're going to pull the leaves off, like so, and drop them in our chopper here. I like to prepare the aioli first because the longer that it can sit together with the other ingredients, the better it's going to taste. And we actually are going to cook this a little bit into the sandwich, into the bread. So if it has that really strong garlic flavor, initially some of that will be softened when you put it in the oven to toast up the sandwich. And you can add as much basil or garlic as you like. If you're hosting a party, you may want to tone down the garlic a little bit because people might not be able to talk to each other. But we love garlic here. We're going to use a lot of it. And then the basil as well, you can take as much or as little basil as you'd like. So this is really just kind of to taste here. So we're going to give this a really fine chopping, which might take a couple turns in here. But this definitely helps if you can get your hands on one of these mixers. So as it begins to chop and moves to the outside, I like to get it really to almost a minced texture because again, it's just going to be folded into some mayo here. So if it's too rough, you'll get those large leaves and everything in your teeth, and you don't want that. So just take your spoon and kind of pull it all back down to the bottom. Give it maybe a couple more pulses here. And this is really easy to prepare. I like to do it because we can leave if we need to go run an emergency and come back, and the dish itself isn't going to be ruined. Like I said, the longer that this here sits, the better it gets. So you can see we kind of have a little bit of a leafy texture here. So now what I'm going to do, like I said, the traditional aioli is egg yolks and oil, but we don't have time for that, so we're just going to use a mayonnaise base. This is about 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup, and again, you can take away or add as much as you'd like there. So we're just going to kind of fold this together till we get the consistency that we want. So we'll add a little pinch of pepper. A pinch of pepper here, a little salt. All right. Now what I like to do is I like to add a little zest of lemon, a little bit of lemon juice, as well as a little bit of red wine vinegar. So we'll put in maybe 2 teaspoons or so of this vinegar. Okay. We'll fold that in as well. Okay. Now to get the zest of a lemon, you basically just take the color off the lemon. Don't go down to the white part. The white part's really bitter. So we're just going to take the zest off here. So this is roughly the zest of a lemon there. We'll add that right in. So I'll take this lemon, cut it in half, and I'll use the juice of half of one of these lemons here. So I just like to take a fresh lemon and squeeze it right into my hand in case any seeds pop out. So you can see you get about a couple teaspoons here maybe. Okay. So what we'll do here is we're just going to cover this, throw it in the refrigerator. And we'll let this sit while we prepare our chicken. All right, so for the chicken, I'm just going to coat it with a little bit of some flavors. So we're going to use about a quarter cup of olive oil. We use a couple tablespoons of Italian seasoning, about a teaspoon of coriander. We use a little pepper, another pinch of pepper, another pinch of salt, maybe 2. Another couple teaspoons of the red wine vinegar. Okay. And then the other juice of the other half of the lemon there. So we'll go ahead and take our chicken breast fillets here, and we're gonna coat each one. It's very simple here. So we got our chicken coated up here. We're just gonna throw it on a hot grill. These don't take very long to cook through, but we want to get them nice and brown, the texture. So those will cook for a while. Maybe about 4 minutes on each side. Now we're going to go back to our aioli that's been sitting in the refrigerator. Now we're just going to spread it around and toast it. All right, and now we'll just assemble the sandwich. Take a piece of a chicken breast. So then what I like to do is I like to top it with a couple of fresh tomatoes, like so. A couple pieces of the fresh mozzarella, like that. And then a few slices. I like to try to cut these somewhat thin so they don't overpower the sandwich. But a few pieces of red onion. All right, and then the kick here, what I love to do is I like to drizzle just a little bit of balsamic vinegar right over the top of the sandwich. It's got a sweet taste to it, and it really brings out the flavors. Okay? And just put it together like this. Alright, so get a sharp knife, bring it through the sandwich. And there you are.